Welcome aboard Blue Moon. I'm Jillian, and this is Jonas. We live aboard our 1978 Catalina 30 sailboat. Join us while we explore the West Coast by land and sea, while living in our tiny floating home. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, we are heading up island right now just to get out of the city for a little bit, but we figured we would film a little Q&A today. Thanks so much to everyone who commented some questions for us, and we hope you enjoy.
This is the second time Shirley Delicious is appearing on the channel. It's Shirley Delicious. Where's those questions?
Where are they?
How did the idea of a boat come up? Whose idea was it?
It was my idea.
Definitely Jane's idea.
And it came up because I was laid off when COVID hit, and just on a whim I started looking for boats online, and I honestly, this is not a very good purchasing technique, but I just absolutely fell in love with this boat before I had even seen it. And yeah, I had even I kept looking at boats because I knew that I can just choose the first one that I saw, but yeah, I love this boat, and I kind of talked to Jonas a little bit about it.
I remember mowing the lawn and talking to Jillian on the phone, and I think it was about 2 days from discovering the boat, 2 or 3 days from discovering the boat to when she decided she was going to be putting in an offer.
Yeah, and originally I just called up the guy just because I just kind of threw one out there and figured I'd have a chat with him and see what the boat was like, and yeah, and it just kind of escalated from there. I don't really know. I don't even remember. I don't even think I made the decision of
it just
wanting.
Happened.
Yeah, I don't think I made a decision that I wanted to buy a boat, but I just happened to buy it, and then we made the plan to go out and see it, and then I put a deposit down, and
I guess
the rest is history.
We should say a little bit of backstory, which is that Jill and I always talked about living in a van.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe a tiny house. So we're used to, the idea of being in a small space existed previously. I think we started talking about that very early on in our relationship.
I had also always dreamed of living in a boat.
Yeah.
I didn't make that dream very widely known because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was realistic or not, but yeah, this summer I decided that it was time.
Yeah, so pretty much just happened. Are you vegan, or are we going to get some sweet, sweet Bahama spearfishing and barbecue videos?
I am vegetarian. Jonas, what do you call yourself?
I am trying to be a vegetarian. When I'm with Jillian, I pretty much eat mostly vegetarian, but when I'm working, I tend to eat the odd bit of meat. So, yeah. But I'm working on it. And I try not to eat red meat, and if I do, I try and make sure I know where it comes from. But
yeah, you try and source your meat.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, and then we also try and do minimal dairy, but we do eat dairy. So.
Yeah.
So sorry, no.
Probably no sweet Bahama spearfishing barbecue videos.
Maybe someday.
You might barbecue. We could probably barbecue some tofu for you. Though.
Yeah. Where do you plan on cruising, and do you think the boat can handle it?
I think this summer, at least for now, we're just planning on cruising sort of in the coastal region of British Columbia, so and we'll stay to the inside. So around the Gulf Islands, maybe up more north towards Campbell River and some of those islands up there. But probably mostly around the Gulf Islands for now.
Yeah. And
the boat can definitely handle all of that, as long as we're paying attention to the weather. Long term, we'd really like to try to go around Vancouver Island at some point.
Yeah.
And we'd also really like to try to go up north, sort of through the northern, through the Johnston Strait and up towards Prince Rupert, and Haida Gwaii. But I think we had to do a lot of practice before that.
And for the question of if we think the boat can handle it, Coastal cruising, the boat can absolutely handle it, I think. I mean, that's what we've been doing so far. In terms of longer type trips, like the boat has essentially no navigation equipment.
Yeah.
It has a super, super old VHF radio, and that's kind of it. Yeah. So we definitely need to make some upgrades.
Yeah, we need some tech.
We need some
gear.
tech. Yeah, gear and just like, I guess maybe safety improvements.
And I think looking way into the future, our first blue water, I mean, we would love to be able to go to Hawaii at some point, across the Pacific.
Yeah.
The next question is, how long have we been sailing? I've been sailing for no time at all. The first time I was ever on a keel boat was when Jill bought the boat, so in May 2020.
Yeah. And then I had taken Jonas out 1 or 2 times before in an FJ. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. Yeah. And I don't know, I've been sailing, I guess, like consistently, I've been sailing for about maybe 15 years. A few years ago it was 12 years, so I'm sure it's 15 by now.
Well, when did you start sailing?
I can't remember.
When you were a kid.
Yeah, I've been sailing about 15 years, I think, but mostly dinghy sailboats, so just little guys. Keel boats I've done on and off, but a lot less regularly.
Okay, next question is, what do you study?
I study biology and environmental studies. I am in my 5th year at UVic, and I am finally graduating in the spring.
Guess whose boat that is right there? Go zoom in on it.
Blue Moon made it. She made it to the big time.
Alright, next question.
Are we looking to upgrade in the future? Maybe.
Maybe. Definitely. It's not we're not in any rush to upgrade.
Yeah. We're pretty happy where we are now, but
yeah.
Obviously that foot envy is always there, so.
Yeah, there's a lot to do on the vessel we do have, and it should suit all of our needs for the coastal region. I mean, we definitely daydream and look at you know, used boats and stuff, but very hard to say.
What's the average weight of a koala bear?
68 pounds.
Correct.
Look at that. She's looking good. Roast veggies.
Roast veggies.
Roast veggies.
Yummy, yummy.
Rice. Hummus.
Hummus. Oh. Definitely.
Sriracha.
All the sauces. Do you like pumpernickel bread?
No, I do not like pumpernickel bread. Not at all. Do you like pumpernickel bread?
I don't think I've ever had pumpernickel bread, but...
It's that really dark brown bread.
Yeah, I don't know, but I like a lot of things, so I feel like I probably would.
Okay, we'll have to test it.
Yummy.
What is that stuff?
Chocolate.
In a giant brick form?
Chocolate for the hot chocolate! In a giant brick form.
Oh, Jillian. Exposition, eh?
Yeah. I'm not a performer.
We're making hot chocolate, basically.
Wow, poured that with my left hand.
This is a good theme. Oh my god.
I feel like this is how we start every single video.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good way to start a video because you get an excuse to make, like, it's like 5 o'clock and we're making hot chocolate. Pretty good.
How did we meet?
How do we meet? Do you want me to answer it?
I'm curious to
We
see
met-
what you're gonna say. Yeah.
We met, as many do, at the bank. On Paycheck Friday.
Oh, Jonas.
It was at the Money Mart.
Okay, how did we actually meet now?
I don't know if it was a barbecue.
No.
We met at UVic on campus. A couple of my friends were living in residence, and Jillian was their next door neighbor.
Yeah,
So-
and we kind of hung out a lot, and one day Jonas was sitting on the couch.
Yep.
And that's how that happened.
And that. I feel like it works to just say,
we met on camp. We met through school.
yeah, we
went
met
to the
through
same
school.
Through
I don't-
mutual friends at the same school.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be that hard to describe.
I don't think we had any class with each other,
No, we were completely different.
but
But yeah. Cool. If money wasn't a problem, what sailboat would you buy? You really like Beneteaus.
I really like, yeah, I mean, we have a couple gorgeous Beneteaus around here. If money was no object, I think having something with multiple cabins, like if we were living in,
Oh, it'd be so nice.
if we could have multiple cabins, so Jill and I could sort of have our own space, or if we could have like an office space, I mean...
Or like a shower? That would
Yeah,
be really
shower
cool.
on board. Yeah, I think if money was no option...
More like water storage.
Yeah, basically a bigger boat. I mean...
But we've sort of been talking about this, like, we probably, even if money wasn't an option, it'd only be a 45 foot boat. Like, we don't want a massive boat. They're just...
No.
I just think they're too much of a hassle to deal with.
All the problems just get bigger, everything gets bigger.
Well, not to mention, like, if we wanted to dock,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to find space for a smaller boat and to dock a smaller
Yeah.
boat.
What about catamarans?
I've never sailed a big catamaran. Like, I've only sailed little Hobies, obviously. They're interesting to me. I don't know. I kind of flip-flop back and forth. And again, I'm saying this from never have actually stepped foot on a catamaran.
Yeah.
But I would definitely be interested in trying them out.
Yeah, the catamarans, well, just from what we've seen on YouTube and stuff, mainly it just looks like there's so much. It's like the main cabin deck area is like a square sort of a house. Like
Well,
you
and a
just-
lot more stable too, right? Like, you're
Stable.
not heeling over as much.
Yeah, yeah.
But those are also, again, speaking of size, like, those are a bit of a different ballgame as well because they're so much wider. We kind of touched on this, but is there any specific destination you both really want to visit? Anywhere?
I think
I'm happy with anything.
we did that some.
Yeah, I think we talked about that already.
Could you explain what are the certifications for sailing and how to get them in Canada?
We're not experts on this.
No.
So...
No. I don't... So I think if you're from out of the country, you would need a sailing permit, I believe.
Probably. I mean, or at least you have to cross the border.
Yeah, in pandemic times, there's none of that anyway. And...
But well, let's just talk like within within Canada. Yeah, I don't know about any, like, if you're not a Canadian citizen, I don't know anything about that. But if you are a Canadian citizen and you're sailing within Canada, then you don't really need many certifications. The main thing is like a PCOC, so your pleasure craft operator's card. I'm not super clear on this kind of stuff. I think it kind of...
We should just... We don't know.
We don't know,
But yeah, the PCOC, and then...
and you can take all sorts of cruising courses, but those are not necessary.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, they teach you how to sail.
Yeah. Yeah. I should probably have more formal training than I do have, but Jillian's been teaching sailing for a long time, so she's getting me up to speed.
Yeah.
And then you've been working on your ROC M, which is the radio operator certificate for Marine.
Yeah, so that's a good one. In theory, in order to operate a VHF radio, you are legally required to have your ROC M.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another certification. Really simple. It's just, you just have to go through the slides and memorize some things and do it. I just have been procrastinating it for about 6 months now, so
yeah,
we're getting there.
And I have my ROC A, which is the radio operator certificate for aeronautical. But I think officially speaking, that doesn't actually get me anywhere with Marine VHF. But a lot of the learning is the same. So like the protocol for talking on the radio, I think all the fines are the same if you do the things on the radio you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, you should actually get that.
And those certificates are administered by Transport Canada.
Ooh, okay, this is kind of a difficult question. With all DC loads on, how many amps does your entire boat draw? So I'm assuming this kind of means DC plus AC. And in short, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And we did not go through everything and calculate. Well, the thing is though, the DC power sources that we're using right now are LED lights, which is virtually nothing. A water pump, which comes on occasionally. Yeah. So that's sort of like one burst of power being used. So short answer to that question, I don't think we would ever be drawing more than 30 amps at a time, because that's just what our shore power cord is.
I think the answer to this question is we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. DC doesn't add much. I don't even understand the question.
I think we don't know.
We don't know. Here's another question I don't know. How many usable amp hours are in your house bank? I do not know. But I will tell you that we have 3 deep cycle marine batteries. I probably should have looked it up. Maybe I'll throw it in here somewhere. But that is the only answer I have to that. I've never calculated because I figured I will run out when I run out.
So this summer, we're gonna put in a wind turbine, and we already have the 100-watt solar panel, and we've got a little charge controller that just came with the panel. But I really want to get a sort of a slightly fancier charge controller that can show us like the state of the batteries and how much we're using. I think that'd be fun. The
reason why I have not been concerned with that whatsoever is because during the summer I was on the boat mostly by myself. Jonas would come and visit every once in a while, but I never had issues with running out of power, so I just never looked into it because I just figured I had enough, and that's all that really matters. They were always topped up, right? Like I could see the charge controller that we do have tells you when they're full.
Yeah.
And during summer, there's so much sun that
they're always full.
They were just always full. Like I had no issue with that. So
yeah.
Again, not a very good answer to the question.
Why were your geese and bacon named after your country?
We don't call it Canadian bacon. We call it back bacon. I think.
I don't call it Canadian bacon. If anything, we would just call it, like my family would just call it ham. Like thick cut ham. Back bacon, I don't know. Mom and Dad, maybe I'm wrong. We might say back bacon. I don't remember saying back bacon much. And we don't say I don't say Canadian bacon.
No, perhaps because it's already here.
And the geese, it's because if you look closely on their chest, there's actually a maple leaf, right? That's where our flag came from. So it's sort of a natural
name, really.
It's a very natural name for those geese. Do you wish we had a gate in our lifelines?
I believe we do. So we have 2 gates in our lifelines. They're both in the cockpit, so one on the starboard side, one on the port side. The lifeline closest to the dock is open all the time because we're just always walking on and off of it.
Mm-hmm.
We will close it sometimes when we're off. We'll close it when we're cruising.
Yeah.
But we do have gates, so that is really handy.
It is nice.
I know you guys have probably seen us like climbing over the lifelines when we're filling up water.
Yeah.
So we don't have gates up there, but yeah, not necessary. So no, I don't wish I had more.
Holly D hooking us up with some lightning questions. Does Canada have different time zones like the US?
Yes.
Yes. We have
Couple. We have many.
Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, Atlantic. I believe we have 6. I think we have 6 different time zones if you count Newfoundland and Labrador.
Lots of time changes around here.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to keep up. Ever had no-bake banana pudding?
No. I don't like bananas at all.
No. I love bananas, and I think I have, and it's delicious. So I agree. Polly D. What do you do for work?
I work for the provincial government in British Columbia, and specifically I work for the BC Wildfire Service. So in the summer times, I work as a dispatcher, and my job is mostly talking to aircraft and firefighters throughout the field. So I take radio calls and information about fires, and then I talk to the aircraft for different maneuvers that they're doing, and just as like safety monitoring. And this winter, this is my first time doing it. I'm just working as sort of an administrative assistant for wintertime preparation, essentially for next year's season. So we weren't specifically asked a question about this, but we wanted to chat a little bit about some of our ideas for the future of this channel. Mm-hmm. We're so happy to be getting comments, and a bunch of you guys have sent us emails, and we've actually met a few of you in real life. So that's just been a blast for us, and thank you so much for the engagement and everything. Yeah, Jill and I are both sort of wondering if the audience would be interested in us sharing videos about our life that sort of go further than just sailing. So we've put up a few videos so far, I think some of our surfing trips and some hiking that we've done. I think we'd both really like to be able to film most of the things we do.
We are doing more than just living on a sailboat, and we are doing more than just sailing. And that stuff is also really important to our lives, and we would like to share that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, at this point, actually, because this is our home, and Jillian has school, and I've had work, as you guys can tell, we haven't really been able to sail and stuff. So we are mostly doing other things than that. So we've thought about, for example, filming camping trips, road trips. We have quite a few road trips we'd like to do, maybe once the pandemic is over, and we like to camp and stuff.
Don't get us wrong, we will be sailing.
Yes.
This isn't like a sorry to break the news to you type situation.
No.
We want to do lots of sailing this
Yeah,
summer.
we want to do lots of sailing. We just wanted to ask our subscribers and viewers so far, would you guys be interested in seeing videos of us camping or road trips?
Yeah, we've always been quite mobile, and we've moved around
a lot since we've
a
met
lot.
each other.
Like, we've never actually stayed in one place for more than probably 8 months.
Yeah.
So we are very mobile people, and we love that,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to share that, and we hope that people are interested in that.
Yeah. The other thing we'd like to make videos about in the future maybe is gardening and farming and stuff. Jill and I one day would really like to have a garden where we can like produce most or a lot of our own food. And BC is so rich with like small scale farms and co-ops and stuff. We think it'd be really cool to maybe visit farms and businesses like that in the province and sort of share some of those experiences. So
yeah, and this is all, we don't have any set plans yet, but this is all just...
Right now we're just trying to get through the winter, basically. Yeah.
But yeah, just some things that we have been talking about for a while and
Yeah.
are out in the world for opportunities.
We wanted to ask you all, let us know what you think. Are you interested in seeing things other than just being on the boat? Or thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope we got all the questions, and that this gives you guys a little bit more of an idea of what we're like.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
Ooh.